Well, it's a big question, but a good one. I think really well. I think it's always interesting about like the timing of the question.
Hmm.
In terms of like we've now had almost a month now to kind of reflect on the season and the year. I think as time kind of goes on, I think as coaches we kind of start to, I don't know, be a little less emotional around it. Obviously, there's lots of emotion around it. I think the day after I probably had a different response, and a week after maybe a little bit different
Yeah.
as well. And so I think like anything, I think you deal with some of the, I don't know if grief is the right word, but some grief around the ending of a season, because it's obviously the ending of a year that, again, I think was mostly successful, but also just like the ending of careers,
Yeah.
for you, of kids that you've connected
Yeah.
with. Again, we had some fifth years in the team as well, so just taking another layer of connection with those, young men, the relationships that you build. So there is like this grief component that exists in the ending of the year, but also then just kind of like trying to like manage and trying to figure out, okay, what emotion should surround this.
Hmm.
Everyone kind of on the outside is telling you, certain things, and then you've got your own kind of internal working. So, I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's a long-winded response to no answer. Just, I mean, overall, I think super, super well. And I think if you look at kind of where we grew from 21 to 22, I think there's a great way of kind of just looking at kind of the areas that we mature, the
Hmm.
areas that we, were able to experience. I think anytime you can win your conference tournament, I
Hmm.
think that shows a lot of growth in terms of just kind of where you were. We lost in our semifinal the
Yeah.
previous year, um, and I can think went through a lot. But I think this group really responded, and again, we didn't win the conference title, and so that was kind of a little bit of a disappointing moment. But I think our
Hmm.
guys kind of recognized, that the opportunity to win the title and go to the national tournament again, I think was in front of us, and for us to kind of
Hmm.
execute that at the end of the year, not in necessarily an easy way, for me showed kind of our growth as a team,
Hmm.
and maybe got us back to again 2018, 2019. We were in the Elite Eight, and so give me a second here. So so to see us kind of go back into the national tournament, I think was a important moment for our team and our program, and
Hmm.
even me personally to say like, all right, we can win titles and we can be in the mix and be a part of the tournament at the end. So
Hmm.
um, mostly just excited to see our team just grow so much from
Hmm.
21 to 22. I think was maybe
Yeah.
the most exciting piece that I would share.